Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demon, Kamsa and Chanura, the dear darling of Mother Devaki, and the Guru of the entire universe. We salute him again and again. Oh, peace, peace, peace. You can sit there if you like.
No.
No one is here today.
Put you on the end of that.
We are only house full of people. So we are in the reading of the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, and we are reading the story of the king Chitraketu. And the Chitraketu lost his son and he was in bereavement. So there, with his prayer, Narada came and then advised, why are you weeping? Who is your son? This body of the son is here. And he saw by his spiritual power the dead child become alive. And he saw his past and he told about his past future. So he understood that the body only changes, but the soul does not. That experience came, and then then he got the idea, evanescence of this life, and what is this universe? So he started doing much austerity to please Narayana, Bhagavan, Vasudeva, Narayana, not Vasudeva, Sankarsana. So he worshipped. And then in the course of time, then Narada taught him some meditation. Narada communicated to him the following meditation. That was the last we read. And what was the meditation? The glory of Narayana. Meditate on the glory of Narayana. So, what was that? Just to say a few words, what we read yesterday and last time to connect. We said there, it said, Om, salutation to you, you the Lord, who has manifested yourself for worship by devotees in four forms, Vasudeva, Shankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So these are the four forms. You one, but you have manifested in the four forms. O you of the form of consciousness, O you of the form of supreme bliss, O you immersed in your inherent bliss, O you ever peaceful, O you divisive consciousness, I salute you. So meditate on Sankarsana in the form of Satchidananda. So that is the end result of all meditation. We start our meditation in the form and diving deep into the form, then we get into the consciousness aspect, and then diving deep into that, the form melts, and what remains the absolute consciousness. So that's why saying, Oh Shankarsana, Oh Vasudeva, Oh Pradyumna, you are only in different forms only. And you are really consciousness itself, you are the bliss in itself, you are the ever peaceful reality, and there is no sense of duality in you. And you are in He in whom bliss and consciousness has abolished all materiality, passion, and activities that are arising of Maya. He who is the great being that directs the powers of all the senses. You direct this, our eyes, our senses, all are moving, functioning. These are all machines. In the now we know robot. Robot has eyes here, eyes there, eyes there. Robot moves in the wheelway, robot turns. So when you do the what you call the uh, what is the name of that robot? Floor cleaning?
Roomba.
Roomba. So when he's working this way, that way, that way, that way, it seems he's working himself. See, he's a sensitive entity. But is it a sensitive entity, or is sensitivity is borrowed? The machine is that. You take out the battery or you take out the control power. No, your computer is showing so many things, whole world is showing. Take out the Wi-Fi, none. So it is machine only. This is a machine. And you are the consciousness behind the eyes, behind the ear, behind our perception. So this is the way to meditate. We normally don't meditate this way. We simply sit and just go on repeating the name and think of the form. Yes, that is good. And Guru has said, and we should follow that. But you have to also put more focus. Who is he you are meditating? It's a picture. Most of us we meditate on photo, picture. Some are good; they can do three-dimensional statue. Some are thinking that no, it's not the statue, it is not the matter, but it is a living personality, like you, me, human being. Some goes deeper further. He's not only personality, but he is effulgent. Light comes out of his halo comes over. So, and then some are more deeper. They think that is hello everywhere, light everywhere, and he melts into that. It is that one absolute consciousness. So this is the process of meditation. So here this idea is given in a very Bhagavatam, the book of Bhakti, is giving us this idea how to meditate. And that meditation mantra, these are the mantras of meditation. So he says, he in whom bliss consciousness has abolished, and all materiality, passion, and activities arising upon Maya, that has all gone. He was the great being that directs the powers of the senses, and whom the universe is the expression. The universe is nothing but an expression of that Satchidananda Brahman, the absolute, by Maya. I salute. To whom? To that reality we salute. When the mind speech, failing to reach their source, relapse, he, the pure consciousness beyond name and form, shines. No? His mind goes like that, trying to see, feel, experience, and goes deeper, 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 and merges into the infinite consciousness and blissfulness, then mind dissolves. Who will say, how is that experience? Mind is not there. That's why Upanishad says, Abang Manasa Gocharam. It is beyond manas, beyond speech, and beyond all expressions. And then there the pure consciousness shines forth. May he, the source of the dichotomy of cause and effect, protect us. That reality protect us. Like that we read, we are not going to read it again, but just a glimpse. Last part was that, oh, my salutation to you, Bhagavan. Oh, you the highest being. Oh, you the Lord of all. Oh, you whose feet are served by the lotus bud of the hands of the devotees. The devotees serve your holy lotus feet. Our salutations to you, the master of the divine majesties, the Lord of the infinite glories and excellences. You are the expression of infinite glory, infinite joy, and infinite majesty. Now he was praying like this, and then what happened? The Sukadev then narrates that, O monarch, that is the reading today, verse number 26. O monarch, O king, Parikshit, O king Parikshit. He is narrating this story to Parikshit. So he's saying, O Parikshit, the teaching, after teaching this meditation to the devoted and resigned king, whose name is Chitraketu, Narada went along with the Angirasa to the realm of Brahma. He finished his job, as it were, and he went back to his realm of Brahma. For 7 days, then Chitraketu practiced concentrated meditation on the mantra, which has been communicated by Narada, taking in nothing but water. 7 days fasting with water only, 7 days. And he was meditating on the verse, just I read out a few. After he practiced the same meditation for 7 days more, as a subsidiary result of which he got the permanent leadership of the Vidyadharas. So by this type of austerity and practice, he got the power of Vidyadhar. What are Vidyadhar? Vidyadhar are celestial beings who are holders of music. I don't know who are they. They are the Vidyadharas, dancers or singers or something in celestial realm. He became the lord of that region because of his austerity. Again, for 7 days, he practiced meditation with very great ardor and helped by a mind that had attained to a state of very great refinement. He approached the feet of the Lord Adisesa. So, higher than that is the realm of Adisesa. And he saw Adisesa of serene face. That means his meditation took, as modern day we refer the experience. Ramakrishna said that when my mind was shooting up, he was going from the material plane to planes of higher realm, and it went on and on and on. And then I saw all gods and goddesses on the both sides of my spirit journey. That means your vision of gods and goddesses are coming. And then go further up. He said, my mind soared up and beyond that. And a plane, I saw a plane where there is gods and goddesses cannot enter. They have not that purity to reach that level. And there I find 7 sages meditating in deep contemplation, samadhi, merged. Almost have merged into absolute. A little distinction, almost merging, but penultimate state. So Ramakrishna described. Here Bhagavat says, by the penance and austerity means not thinking of eating, not thinking of talking, not thinking of anything, focusing. 7 days, drinking little bit water when feels thirsty, and then he entered into Vidyadhara plane, and then continued the same practice, and then he reached to higher realm. And higher realm, ultimately, he reached into a plane where Adisesha is lying down there, and he reached the face, beautiful, brilliant, spiritual, shining face of that. His eyes, and he saw description of the Adisesha, of serene face, eyes of reddish tinge, white in color like the inside fiber of lotus stalk, dressed in the blue cloth, wearing a brilliant crown, armlets, girdle, bracelets, etc. There is divine ornaments, wearing divine ornaments, and freed from all his sins. Chitraketu's mind now attained to the state of extreme purity on account of his blessed vision. He got the darshan of Ishvara darshan. No? And that vision purified his mind. That is the power of God vision. God vision takes away our all negativities, and God vision gives us the light of consciousness. With devotion swelling in his heart, tears of spiritual joy flowing from his eyes, and horripilations all over, whole body standing erect with joy. Here he is standing like that, full of joy. He took shelter in the Lord and made prostrations to him. So he means the Chitraketu, took shelter in the Lord and made a salutation, as if God is appearing. 32. The tears of love flowing from his eyes mention the Lord's footstool again and again. There is so much torrential tears of love is coming out of the eyes of Chitraketu that it wiped out the feet of Lord Adisesa. Soon he managed to control his emotions. The king Chitraketu controlled his emotions by exercise of his intellect. Having recovered the power of speech, he ingathered all the outward going tendencies of the senses and concentrating all the powers of the mind on the Lord, addressed the following hymn to the manifestation of his as Adi Desha are described in the text of Bhakti. And then what happened? This Chitraketu, then seeing the divine form of Adi Shesha, was overwhelmed with joy and is so overwhelmed. It's called the Usru. They are called 8 Sattiko transformation, Vikaras come. Ashta Sattiko Vikar. So some are like Usru. Tears will be torrentially coming. Not the tears we cry. We cry for our material things. But this cry is a different cry when tears rolls down like this. This is our normal. I lost some money. And somebody told me very bad words. I'm crying. I'm weeping. Why that? This comes through this way. And this comes through this way. Ashru, Pulaka, horripilation. Shweta. Sometimes the whole body will be sweating like as if somebody is getting drenched. This is called Sattiko, pure Vikaro changes. It happens in the Bhakti sadhaka's life. Those who practice devotion in their life, this Thakur's Ramakrishna is an example of everything. In his life, we can find that it happened. And then, but this emotion, he cannot talk at that emotion. When torrential tears are coming, your body is in horripilation, sweating like, say, the kampa, shivering like that kampa. Don't start thinking that way that we should have in our life. We cannot take those. These are better to know that it may happen. But you see, here is an indication. Don't sway into that. Control that. As here say, soon he managed to control his emotions. All these things are good, but control that. And then controlling that, what he said, he exercised his intellect. And then having recovered the power of speech, then he started praying, the praise of the Lord who he saw, the Adisesha. So he says that having recovered the power of speech, he ingathered all the outgoing tendencies of the senses and concentrating all the powers of the mind on the Lord, addressed the following hymn to that manifestation of him as the Adisesha, and that is described in the scriptures. So he then concentrated and controlled his mind back to normal. That's called the higher energy comes. Then you can be functional. In that state you are lost. But that's why it's Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Bhagavatam also teaches you should get into ecstatic experience by God's grace if you have. But more importantly, that when you get into it, go beyond. Don't carried away by that. And keep it, the knowledge. Then you can talk, experience, and function in the world. So concentrating all the powers of the mind on the Lord, then he addressed the following hymn to the manifestation of him as Adi Shesha. What he saw, the divine form, the Adi Shesha, is described in the Bhakti state. Chitraketu then said, now verse number 34. What he said, Chitraketu Ruvacho, Ojito Jita Samantivi, Sadhavir Bhaman, Jitadmavir Bhavana, Bhavata, Vijitasteopi cha bhajana kamatmanam So Atmo do oti kurunaha. He says, O unconquerable one, you Lord Adishesho, no one can conquer you. No one can be more than you. No one is more powerful than you. You have, however, been conquered by great devotees who have conquered their minds. You are unconquerable, but you have been conquered. By whom? Your devotees. You become a slave of your devotees. No. God becomes a slave of the devotees. No. Bhagavan Narayana was born Vasudeva's son. Bhagavan became a baby to be taken care of mother and dad. They will have to take care. So he becomes small and devotee becomes big. So this is the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. Not the Bhakti Yoga we practice. It is only ritualistic bhakti. When real devotion generates in the heart, then Lord becomes his child, his friend, his father, his mother. No. So this is you are unconquerable. No power can conquer you or control you. But you, however, been conquered. How you conquered? By great devotees who have conquered their minds and are established in that unperturbed outlook resulting from seeing you in everything. No? And are established. Two things happen. You become a devotees conquer you. That means Jashoda Ma Jashoda say, you naughty boy, you ate the makhon maine to khaya. Huh? No, you ate. You see, it is drizzling here. So the Lord God of the universe is being a child. He becomes like Ramakrishna. He will then become Christ, Buddhas. No. So, and that is conquered. Ma is controlling the child, the Lord God of the universe. So that is a phenomena to think about. And it unperturbed, it is, and it's established. Then the sadhaka gets established in the unperturbed outlook. That outlook which is not disturbed. What is the outlook? Which results from seeing thee in everything, seeing Krishna everywhere, seeing Adi Shesha everywhere. That is the beauty of bhakti. Bhakti not only gives inner joy, not the inner transformations, but when you open the eyes, you see Krishna everywhere. Krishna inside and Krishna everywhere. So that's why you are unconquerable. These are very beautiful way of thinking about Ramakrishna or your whatever your Ishta Devata think. Who is Ramakrishna? He is not a man you are worshipping. You are not ordinary some entity like gods and goddesses born and dead. No. The source of all gods and goddesses, that absolute Satchidananda, which is just in the other part of the meditation, we learn that. Here he is describing after that darshan, that Chitraketu said that you are unconquerable, but you have been conquered by your devotees, great devotees, not ordinary devotees. Great devotees can conquer, and they establish in the unperturbed outlook. As a result, being established in that, they see with eyes open Krishna, the Lord everywhere. And the desireless devotees, it will not come to ordinary any sadhakas, desireless devotee. Very important point. Devotee, our devotion is mixed with something what we call fulfilling our desires. I want this, I want that. Even in spiritual, I want a darshan, I want a vision. That's also desire. But this is a pure desire. But that desireless, no, I don't want anything, only you. I don't want anything else in the world. So that is the highest expression of devotion. So to that type of devotees, too, have been conquered by you who do annex for to yourself completely by giving you all remembrance, all embracing self to them in unitary consciousness. And they, the desireless devotees, too have conquered by you. You have conquered their heart. O Lord, you have conquered their heart. And their heart, they conquered you by devotion. So devotion go to both ways. God and devotee is a unique tie of love and pure consciousness, pure love, pure Satchidananda. The creation, preservation, 35, and dissolution of the universe are expressions of your spiritual glory. In this world, what we see, it is His glory. Upanishad says, Sre Mahimni Jadivana Mahimni. It is that everything is a Mahima. Mahima, great, grandeur, expression of absolute truth. It is your glory. So it says the creation, not only creation, preservation, and the destruction of this whole universe. They are only expressions of your spiritual glory. Those deities concerned with such cosmic functions are only parts of your part. No, what are the in Hinduism we have very democratic government. No, so the president is president, and president's power is distributed. No, to what? Finance department, education department, huh? Agricultural department. So similarly, God created this universe. He has posted somebody, you look after the rain department, rain god. You look after the fire, the Agni Devata. You look after this, what? Finance, Mahalakshmi. eh? You look after this department, Mother Saraswati. So, but they are nothing other than the power of God. The force behind each deity is the power conferred from the absolute consciousness through the creator Adiseshu and Adiseshu's power. So they are small power, a part of the cosmic power. That's why he says, these deities, the devatas, concerned with such cosmic functions are only parts of your part. But not understanding this and considering themselves independent entities, they struggle against one another in vain. Even in gods fight with each other. The best example is Lokhindar. What is the story? Lokhindar worshipping the Masid Ma with a puja. She wanted a puja. Is it?
His father used to worship Shiva.
Shiva.
So the snake goddess came and said that I also want
to be worshipped. But he is not being worshipped. So life's difficulties are many,
she said
many
that
things.
then I will bite your son.
Yeah.
Then on his wedding day, they made a room with all iron. Only then the snake goddess came to the person who was making the house that you have to make one hole, otherwise I will bite you. Then the poor man, what can he do? Made a straight hole there. And in the night she came and she did that, put venom and venomous. And then he died. And then his wife took him to heaven and then please God and then keep alive and then brought him back. And then she said that, okay, my father-in-law did not worship you. Don't get angry. I will worship you and I will make him agree to worship. She said that anyway, I worship Shiva in right hand. I won't worship her with right hand. I will give flower in left hand. And then that's how she
Anyhow, there's a Korean Lokhindar. There's a story in Puranas. These are,
Mongol Kapo.
These are all a popular faith system. The snake god. snake, god of the snakes. There is a deity. In Hinduism, everything has a deity. Sun is not sun. There is a sun god. Moon is not moon. There is a moon god. Suppose you call this is the jurisdiction of what called the council member 5 or 6. No, where can you find council member 5 here? But the council, there is an operational idea, and this is 5 is jurisdiction. You will look after. We don't see that guy here. Even know even who is there. But there is somebody who is overlooking, watching it's good, bad, or decision making on this. Similarly, the different departments of functionality of the world, there are gods and goddesses. But they are also jealous about each other. Who is more powerful? Who is most worshipped? No? That's why to be going to heaven and become a god or goddess is not the goal of life. There is also some imperfection. Only to be one with the Lord and no desire, that is the highest state. Bhakti will say, we are reading that Bhakti book. Real Bhakti is that even there is jealousy, even there is fight. Indra fighting with another god. No? That's why he became the Indra, conquering others. He became the prime minister. There are other minor ministers. So here he says, but not understanding this and considering themselves as independent entities, they, the gods, struggle against one another in vain. You, Adi says so, you, the being without a beginning, middle, and end, are verily in the beginning, middle, and end of everything. So you being without beginning, Brahman, Satchidananda Brahman is where? He has no beginning, no middle, no end. But you are in the beginning, you are in the middle, you are in the end. This is a very poetic way of saying. Actually, you have no beginning because you don't find where you started. We cannot fathom you no spiritual people have yet fathomed what is Brahman like. To fathom, you need a measuring stick. You need a mind. Mind dies there. So with what instrument you will fathom? Suppose you want to measure the astronomical distances. How? You don't take a foot scale. You don't take a mile scale. You take light year scale. Huh? Light year is the 1 unit. And that light year, billions of light year, trillions of light year, what is that? So you have no beginning. You cannot measure where you started. We cannot find where you ended. Where is the beginning? But you are in the beginning, in the middle, and then that means nothing but you. To concentrate, to convince our mind there is only reality. These are the different beautiful expressions. Wait, the verse 35, what I read in Sanskrit is Tabo Vibhava, your Vibhava, your glory. Kholu Bhagavan, O Lord, Jagad Udayo Sthiti Layadini. Jagat means this world, the cosmos, whole galaxies and stars and galaxies, not the earth petty. Earth is nothing in the total plan of creation. It is only a dot of grain of sand. No. So it says, Tabu Vibhava, your glory, O Khulu, O Bhagavan, Jagad Udayo Sthiti Layadini, Vishwa Srijasya Eta Shashvatastatra. So you are not found to be measured by the mind, but you are there, Vishwa Srijas. When the world is created, the Asishas Amsho, they are all Amsho part of that. Mishas, Padhanti, Prithag, Abhimatya. They are separate, thinking that they are struggling against. So 36 says, Paramanu, Parama Mahato, Tam Adyo Antaravarti Trayo Vidura Adau Antyopicha Sattanam Jat Dhruvam Tadivo Antara Devi. Huh? What you find in this manifested universe, Brahman is beyond that. So you are beyond creation, beyond beginning, end, and middle. But what is there in the beginning? You are the beginning. What is there in the present? It is you are there. At the end, what is the end? That there is also you. There is only one reality, one consciousness. What is persistently present in an entity at its beginning, at its end, is only what exists in the middle also. This cosmos is encased in 7 seats of the earth, water, fire, air, and sky. No? The cosmos, this whole stars, galaxies, they're all made of 7, the 5 elements they call. What are the 5 elements? We know Kiti, Up, Tej, Marut, Bam. The earth, air, water, fire, sky, and also added with ego. You, me. What is this body? Look at that. It is like you see that artists create the image, no? Say Ma Durga image, Ma Jagadhatri image. In India we see here also, the Ma Kali image, what we worship. It has a skeleton at the background. Then there is some material, no? Here they use whatever called the
Plaster of Paris.
Plaster of Paris or some other element, no? But this body, see, there is a structure, skeleton. And then so many items are there. They're made of what? Earth element. The baby was small. Mother feeds drink, milk, and other things gradually going in, and air, water, air, fire, the digestive power in the womb. No? All these 5 elements, plus ego, I, and the great element of Mahatattva. Mahatattva Buddhi. Buddhi, Manobuddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, that's Mahatattva. So everything in this universe is created as this cosmos is encased in 7 seats. You know, this has been in Vedanta mentioned in different ways, in different places. 24 Mahatattva, they call 24 principles, Shankha philosophy. That's very popular. Here they are saying the same 24 principles, only naming as 7. 7 means what? Air, water, fire, space, and fire. Air, water, Kiti of Teja, earth, space and fire. Space and fire and water. So these 5 elements. 5 elements are the raw material. Then comes your ahankara, ego. I. It's I. My buddhi. I understand. I know. Buddhi. And I work through the senses, that all the senses and other things also come in the picture. So what is 24 principle? Here the same thing is called 7 principle. So everything is created by the 7 principle. Each succeeding sheet being 10 times vaster than the earlier one. That means Kiti, the earth, space of the earth. How much earth in the world, in this our planet? Water and to land. How much is the difference? How much water? How much land? 3 times or what? Normally? Huh? Yes, 3 times. So that's why it is greater. Earth element, water element will be much greater. Water element to fire element. Fire means heat and energy, no? So that will be much higher. Then air. Air envelops the whole periphery of the surface and goes up to miles and miles and miles. So it is much higher. Then the space. Space is much higher than that of the air. And ego, our consciousness, can go anywhere. So it is much higher like that. That's why he says each succeeding sheet being 10 times vaster than the earlier one. amidst countless such world systems. They are called Brahmanda. In Hinduism, they call Brahmanda. Among countless such systems of Brahmandas, this cosmic shell or world system of our is whirling about like an atom in the infinitude of yourself. No? Around you, it is rotating around you. It is like countless, infinite creation is rotating around you. The Ananta or the endless one. Now, men of animality, that means people who have the not the mind is pure, animalistic mind, or mind engrossed in low nature.
Tamasic.
And tamasic means bhogamukhi, Suja Suji. If we say, Sanskrit says, Vishaya Trisho. Simple translation. Vishaya Trisha means Trisha. Trisha means thirst. Thirst for Vishaya. Sensate world. That's why who are very much involved into the sensate world day and night. They don't think anything beyond that. Eat, sleep, drink, make merry, and die. So that's the Charvak philosophy. So he said, Vishaya Trisho, Naropashavo. It's very Bhagavat is scolding, they are Naropashu. They are the animals among human animals. They look like human, they're all animalistic instinct. Ya upasate vibhutir na param tvam. That's why men in the world who are full of animal instincts eating, sleeping, and dying. Animals cannot have any other thought. They have to survive, they have to eat something, and live in the life, and when the death comes, gone. What is the purpose of life? There is nothing else. But human being has the purpose of life. They are not satisfied. They pursue why, what is there after death, where do I go, what karma has brought me this suffering. All this why, what all comes. That's why that's a higher level. So he said, but these people, first he's talking, the men, they are Vishayatrisho, Narapasavo, Ya Upasate, Vibhutir na Parangram. Tara, they do not know how to worship you, the Supreme. Men full of animality, and therefore thirsting for sensuous enjoyment, worship deities like other gods and goddesses because they can satisfy. I need money, okay. I worship Mother Lakshmi and get happy if some money comes. But that is not a permanent solution of life. You can get it, but it will go away. And when you die, it will leave everything. If you have $1 billion even, intact $1 billion will remain here and the soul will have to depart. You have $1 billion house, the house will remain, but you will have to run away by just soul alone. So the ordinary people, they worship Shudra Devatam. In the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Te Upasate Shudra Devatam. They alpa. Those who worship Shudra Devata, that means the gods with that narrow perspective. One thing to be understand, not to make a distinction between God, higher God and lower God. No. We should not go to that level to think Saraswati is lower or Lakshmi is bad because people go to worship Ma Lakshmi. No. You can worship Ma Lakshmi at Satchidananda itself. Ma can give you worldly treasure, spiritual treasure also can give. Saraswati can give you science, the knowledge of physics, chemistry, math. Every student will go to worship Mother Saraswati. In whatever subject we are studying, but Ma gives us knowledge. But Ma also gives supreme spiritual knowledge, Brahma Jnana. Same, that's why you call Ma Sarada, we call Sarada Saraswati. Sarada is Mother Sarada, is Mother Saraswati. She is the giver of Brahma Jnana. But people will worship according to their need and they discriminate This God is higher, this God is lower. Not knowing that if you worship with devotion, any God, any goddess, to them you reach the same reality of Satchidananda. But ordinary people, those who are bound by their passion, desires, and worldliness, they cannot think of gods and goddesses like that as the absolute truth, but they get confined into their thinking. So worship the deities like Indra, who are the expressions of your glory. Indra is only one expression of your glory. You have so much power. It one manifests to Indra, another to Saraswati, another to. It is the power of the same reality. It is coming your power. As I give the example, suppose the power of a police officer. Police officer is who? Is like us. But when he's in his dress and on duty, and you are driving and do a mistake and catches you, then he is the boss. He's powerful. He can give you a ticket, he can fine you, he can write something, and you say, sir, I didn't do that. You started talking to him, sir. But he's like man like us. But he's empowered by the power of government. Similarly, these gods and goddesses are empowered personalities, but it is power coming from you. So if you think that they are expressions of God, then okay. But people don't do that. My God, that's why they fight. And in his dualistic worship, that's the problem. Shiva worshippers will say Shiva is the highest. And Vishnu worshippers will say Vishnu is the highest. Shiva is what? Shiva worship Vishnu. Vishnu devotees will say, Are your Shiva worship our Vishnu. And Vishnu worshippers will say, Are Vishnu worship Shiva. To prove that my God is the higher God. But not that way. It is the power of the same reality manifesting in whatever way. So ignorant people who are worldly minded people, they cannot separate out this idea. That this you are they are the part, the supreme truth of you in the fullness. The reward that such persons get in the heavenly regions, the rewards, this type of gods and goddesses, the rewards that such person get in this heavenly region of these deities cease at the end of a period of supremacy as our presidency goes on. How many years? 4. So Indra, maybe 4 million years. His duration is longer. As you go to the subtler limit, there they live longer, no? So, but one day 4 million year will end. So he is Ishvara, he is goddess, gods or goddess for a period of time. It is restricted by time. Similarly, all the gods and goddesses, that's called the positions. That's why Indrutta is a post. Indra, Chandra, Varuna, in Hindu myth, whatever perspective, is not eternal persons. There is a post. When your Indra gets jealous, did you see these stories? When one is doing tremendous austerity and spiritual practice, all the gods and goddesses get upset with that. He's doing so much austerity and they'll get my position. I will be ousted then. So that's why they get nervous. There's a competition because it is a post. Who will be the president? Contesting goes on, no? In that spiritual realm also, if that is not ultimate goal is not fixed, then they go to a lower goal. The lower goal is to position. I will be in the post of Indra, I will be in the post of Chandra, in the Varuna. When you do more austerity, more practices, that's why in every spiritual seeker faces some what you call dangers. Last temptation. Do you hear about last temptation? Who brings this temptation? Hey, he's coming to me, almost becoming my power. Okay, put him into temptation with money, wealth, this, that, so that he will be misdirected and not go in this path. So that's why it is said, that these positions are there, they have a beginning, they have an end. So the rewards that such persons get by this practice, by worshipping the devatas, suppose you do worship Mother Lakshmi, that's why they say, Ma appears and said, my child, what do you want? I want money. Okay, take this. And he become a prosperous, wealthy person. No? You can do it by other means also, but spiritual India always worship Mother Lakshmi to get wisdom, to get wealth. They go to Mother Saraswati to worship. Whatever effort they do, but they go to Mother to ask for that wisdom. These are the rewards. So the rewards that such persons get in the heavenly regions of these gods and goddesses cease at the end of their period of supremacy. They are given for 4-year term, 10-year term, like that, 1 million year term, 50, 5 million time, whatever the time is given, that is the duration of his position. Just that the dependent of a king lose everything when the king loses the throne. No? Therefore, O Supreme Being, if man directs his desire nature means the nature which makes us desire something, to God, to you, who are luminous consciousness, who is beyond gunas of the Prakriti, will not be affected by the tendencies that create rebirth, because you are not expecting anything. Therefore, no question of your being born. So, if a person can direct, that's why desire is bad. But desire for God is wanted. Desire for God will give us liberation and freedom. But desire for anything you want, you have to be robbed, reborn to enjoy them. Suppose you want to go to heaven, what will happen? You have to die here and be born as gods or goddesses in the heavenly abode. Always we hear Saint Peter is waiting there to open the gate of the heaven, and Peter can put you this way or that way, and give you some position where you can stay, where you cannot stay. No, there is a story, some jokes or Swami Shanananda used to say again and again. So Saint Peter is there, and one very good clergy, he preached name of the Lord for a whole life, and so he entered into the heaven. He was given the heavenly position, and he has been given to a big house and this and that, and all the luxuries of the heaven. She is enjoying heaven there. Suddenly one day they found that another guest has come from the earth. He has entered into the heavenly abode. So he has been given a better house. And hundreds of people are coming and going, and from morning till night, and food is coming. Everything is plenty, plenty, plenty. Then he inquired, what is this? I took the name of the Lord whole life, and I preached God's name, no? And I am given this lesser comforts in the heaven. And he has got a 5-star hotel. And I am getting ordinary hotel. What is the manner? Then he inquired. Then he complained to Peter, and then Peter asked, what did you do in your life? I was a preacher. Whole life I preached Jesus Christ. And day and night I did that job so sincerely. And I got this low scale accommodation, no? And this guy, who is this guy? Well, he's a taxi driver of New York. A taxi driver of New York getting a better position than I'm a preacher of God, teaching God's name whole life. I am not enough. And taxi driver is greater. What type of thing? Then Peter said, okay, when you preached from the pulpit, you preached God, God, God. Everyone is sleeping. Everyone goes to sleep. And when the taxi driver They, in the New York, and everywhere, oh God, oh my God, oh my God. When he drives such reckless, first word comes, oh Lord, oh God. So who will be prized more? Your time, everyone listening the name of God goes to sleep. Eh? And they get awakened in the name of God. So he should get the greater prize. So that's just a joke. But anyhow, so you go to the heaven. My question is over 5 minutes and then okay, let me finish this verse then. So mm, if a man directs his desire nature to you, who are luminous consciousness beyond gunas and prakriti, will not be affected by the tendencies that create rebirth, just as a fried seed do not germinate. Desire nature is burnt and transformed through communion with you. Our desire, all desires should end in God. All my, the Rabindranath Tagore song is there. Oh my oh Lord, let all my desire, all my wish run towards you, only you and you. ধায় যেন মোর সকল ভালোবাসা, all my love, all my aspiration, let it be directed towards you. With thee, it is desire nature turned to the sense objects that cause bondage and duality. The same desire nature, if we create for the worldly things, for the little things, that brings birth and death, that brings karma. Because one desire is finished, another desire comes. I got a good piece pizza today. I'll be liking something. Good ice cream tomorrow. Good ice cream, get it tomorrow. Third day I will ask for something good lasagna. Or every day you have one desire fulfilled, another desire will come, another desire will come. It is endless. It cannot be unless you need to love God. So that is the point. We end here, 39 verse. Almost time is up. 39. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat, Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. When Thakur meditated on Mahakali in the beginning of his sadhana, did he visualize the image of Mahabhavatarini? Was Holy Mother meditating on her picture Kali that she kept in her room? I do not know. Probably, yeah. When Sri Ram was meditating on Mahakali, Ma, we expect that he was thinking of Holy Mother, Divine Mother. And of course, he was visualizing the image of Mahabhavatarini. That is my concept. And but Holy Mother meditating on her picture on Kali, I do not know. But they, whatever they do for our lesson. They only say that you love any form of God and Goddess, get absorbed into it. Love that divine entity, call it Mother Kali, call it Lord Vishnu, whatever name you give, meditate, and think there. And the Krishna Bhaktas, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, they're thinking of that. Chaitanya devotees, some meditate on Sri Chaitanya, Madhva, Ramanuja. So everyone has their own meditation, and that should be the normal thing. Another question: as a girl, I hated to cry and saw it as weakness. But as I have gotten older, emotions are expressed more. I try to hide tears in worship. What should I do? Control myself better? I am not loud. I become ashamed and self-conscious. Now, when we cry for God, it is nothing bad, but it should be. We in Vedanta tradition we say that try to check it so that people don't see. Your love, your emotion should be so deep. But when you are uncontrolled, what can you do? If it comes, it's a blessed thing. But the thing is, it really We are crying because of the separation from God, or some other factor is also working there. If it is only for God, it's pure. Okay, try to check it, because then higher emotions, you'll be able to carry higher emotions. Checking the emotion, you become powerful. Checking the onrush of the water by a dam, it generates power more, is it not? When the water is flooding, it splashes all direction. But when the dam is created, it generates energy. And that energy you can use as a hydroelectric power. You can generate as agriculture, drinking water, or irrigation. Many purpose it can be as you want to direct it. But uncontrolled emotions, that is, destroys the, uh, it shatters the body also, shatters the body, and you become really, some people cannot withstand a little something happening, so upset, and so start crying. So it should be controlled, much controlled, and that helps us to control. That means, and moreover, spirituality is your personal. Why people should see why you are crying or not. We see in our tradition, our senior swamis, if they come, even highly getting involved into it, but he will be just showing as if nothing has happened. They'll take out this eyeglass and just smile like that, and then would like that. So that means it generates more energy. That's the major point. So the childhood, you should not cry. One should not show the emotion as emotion as a weakness. But for God, everything is pure. Everything is blessed. Blessed who can, how many people can cry for God? And Ramakrishna said, worldly people, they are entangled into the world and worldliness, they shed jug full of tears for material loss or material something has happened. Who cries for God? And God likes the tears. He does not like your wealth. In the puja time, many people came a gorgeous shari, gorgeous gold, jewelry. God, does he care about gold jewelry? Is he not the giver of jewelry and everything? What he needs? He needs. That's why when it is love is much powerful than that. Many stories. Narayana was weight. One some what is called gold and ornament and put. Huh? But it is not raising. Another side, one tulasi leaf. That example. So tulasi leaf, and it is, tulasi leaf's weight is how much? There is no weight. But they are putting gold and gold and gold and gold, and it's not making, it is not, cannot lift the, yeah, balance it. So nothing is equal to devotion, crying for God, weeping for God. But it should be balanced by Vedantic understanding of oneness. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Pranamastu. Now again 7:30 we'll meet again for Sita Setar Upanishad class. Please come who can. Thank you. Oh, how many verses?